Hey guys, Ian through the Rag Company. In today's video, we're teaching you everything that you need to know about microfiber towels. Behold, in front of me are some of the Rag Company's premium microfiber products. And today, I'm going to be walking you through the different towel types, when and how you should use them, the different sizing for them, and what towels make the most sense for you. So in front of me, I have quite a few different varieties here and quite a few different options. So let's go ahead and simplify this and start off with the drying towels. So kicking off with some drying towels, we're going to begin with the Rag Company's Liquidator, one of our best-selling drying towels and one of the most used by pretty much everybody, whether you're a detailer or whether you're a weekend warrior or an at-home hobbyist or somebody who simply just wants to dry their car after running through a tunnel car wash. This is going to come in at 1100 GSM and a 70-30 blend. This is going to come in 3 different sizes. This is going to be the 25 by 36, which is pretty decent size. It's also going to come in a 20 by 24 and a 16 by 16. So this towel, it's extremely thirsty. We call it the Liquidator for a reason, and it's just really, really easy to use. So overall, just a killer towel. It performs extremely well, and there's a good reason why this is one of our best sellers for drying towels. So next up, we have the big one, Waffle Weave Drying Towel. This is also going to be a 70-30 blend, coming in at 450-ish GSM. Now this is going to come in one size and one size only, and that's a 25 by 40. Now this is really going to be just a really easy to use drying towel for most people, and a lot of people really like it because it can be folded to a really compact form because it is thinner and it is just kind of easier to store away, whether it be in your car or on a shelf or whatever it may be. But waffle weaves, fantastic. They've been a staple in detailing for years and years and years, and some people still really like to use these without having to transition to a twist loop. And for the most part, fantastic towel. It's just not going to be anywhere near as absorbent as some of the twist loops, but this is going to feel great on the paint because it's got that lower pile, and if you have some really slick paint, this towel is going to feel amazing when drying the vehicle. So this is going to be the big one, 70-30 blend, 450 GSM. Really can't go wrong with it. Extremely affordable, and yeah, try one out for yourself. Next up here, we have the Double Twistress Drying Towel, a 20 by 24 70-30 blend, coming in at around 850 GSM. Now this is going to be just a great towel to give to your neighbor or your parents or a friend or somebody who's never really experienced a premium drying towel before, but also doesn't want to basically be carrying around a giant bath towel, because believe it or not, some people do not like massive drying towels. They're not into it. This is really manageable, really easy to use. Now to reach that 850 GSM, what we did was actually take 2 towels and stitch them into one, hence why it's got this really cool diamond weave. And then to tie it all together, we have this butter soft suede edge. So this is really just gonna be a manageable 70-30 premium drying towel that can be used with your favorite quick detailer or drying aid. A little goes a long way, especially when it comes to the Double Twistress. So let's see what's next. So next up, we have the leader of the pack, the Wolf Pack, that is. This is the 25 by 40 Dryer Wolf Drying Towel. This is going to come in at a 70-30 blend with a premium butter soft suede edge with some really cool wolves on the border, hence why we call it the Dryer Wolf. And this is going to come in at around 550 GSM. Now this is going to be more of a plusher weave, meaning that's going to be really soft and buttery smooth, but it's not going to be as absorbent as a twist loop weave, and that's just due to the weave itself. So I tell people the Dryer Wolf is great for people who have really, really soft paint and it's really delicate paint. This is a great towel for that. All of our towels are paint safe, but this is going to have that nice extra pile to it that just makes you kind of feel good inside when it comes to drying your car. Now, the only downside of an ultra plush weave when it comes to drying is that it is going to have more streaking, just in general. If you're using a drying aid or if there's extra water in the car and you go to drag dry this across the hood, you might be left with some residual water trails behind, but that's just totally normal. But this is just a fantastic feeling towel. It's great for so many people out there. A lot of enthusiasts love it, a lot of pro detailers love it. It's just a lot of bang for your buck, and yeah, ultra plush. So let's see what's next. Boom, the 1500 drying towel, the daddy of daddy drying towels. This bad boy is going to come in at 30 by 30 with a 70-30 blend at 1500 GSM. This, in my opinion, is probably the heaviest you would go with a towel at this size. 1500 GSM is a lot of towel, and let me tell you, more is not always better. This is like that perfect sweet spot before it becomes just unwieldy, because Once this gets wet, it's going to weigh pounds. And I mean that, pounds. It's going to weigh a ton. So the 1500, we designed this for drying trucks, boats, SUVs, RVs, things like that. It was meant to be a bigger towel that was going to just absorb more, but it turns out a lot of car enthusiasts, a lot of detailers out there just absolutely love using this on even small cars. Now again, this is going to be a twist loop weave with a hemmed edge. So similar to the Liquidator in terms of construction, but this is just going to be a much, much denser towel. The 1500, it's awesome. It really is. A lot of people love this towel. For me personally, I find that once it gets wet, it's just a little bit too heavy. So the Liquidator is kind of that sweet spot for me, but if you don't mind the weight and you're looking for that extra absorbency, really the 1500 is going to be the answer. And yes, so many people love it for a good reason. So again, 30 by 30, 1500 GSM, 70/30 blend, hemmed edge. This thing is an absolute beast. Let's see what's next. So next up for our drying towel segment, we are throwing down the Gauntlet with the Gauntlet drying towel. Now this is going to be hands down one of our best selling drying towels, if not the best selling drying towel at the rag company. So the Gauntlet is going to have a patented weave. This is a hybrid weave between a twist loop and also kind of like an ultra plush. This is going to come in at a 70/30 blend with a butter soft suede edge. And this towel is going to come in at 900 GSM. So it's going to come in lower than that of the Liquidator, but higher than that of our Dryer Wolf and of our waffle weaves. Now this is for a good reason, because 900 GSM on this towel is the sweet spot. It's going to come in a 16 by 16 size, a 15 by 24, a 20 by 30, and a 30 by 36. This towel right here, dude, good size. This is a fantastic towel. Again, 900 GSM was the sweet spot for this particular towel. Now, with some of the other drying towels in mind, including the 1500 and the Liquidator, who was the Gauntlet intended for? Well, to be honest, we intended this to be more for consumers and for people who really want to take care of their rides at their home, in their house, in their garage. But really what ended up happening was the detailers found out that we made a 30 by 36 and just fell in love with this. The enthusiasts found out we made a 20 by 30 and absolutely loved that. And then for people who like to use multiple towels, the 15 by 24 is perfect. And then we also have the 12 by 12, also known as the mini Gauntlet, which is going to be great for drying wheels. This is just a killer towel for wheel maintenance and drying wheels. So really the Gauntlet is going to be for everybody. The reason why I like this towel is because it does have dual color tones, so it's going to have this really cool kind of gauntlet gray on one side and this lighter gray on the other side, all held in with a butter soft suede edge. And so this towel is extremely thirsty. It's extremely safe. Again, 70/30 blend. It's killer. It's one of our best sellers for a reason, and I think the unique weave really does help aid in the drying process, especially if you like drag drying, pat drying, or shoot, even just literally jumbling up the towel and just frantically trying to dry your car as fast as possible. This works amazing as well. And so this is the Gauntlet. What's next? So last but not least in our drying towel segment is the Dry Me a River, and I'm holding up the little one for a good reason. So the Dry Me a River was one of our first waffle weave drying towels that we ever produced, a Korean 70/30 blend coming in a little under 400 GSM. It had a satin border at first, but eventually we changed that to a buttersoft suede border, and it's come in 3 colors for many, many years, including this really nice light blue, we have a darker royal blue, and then we also have a white version. Now this is going to come in different sizes for different reasons. 16 by 16. This is a killer on the go, just kind of spot drying towel, but also an amazing window towel. We also have the 16 by 24. We also have a 20 by 40, which was our most popular drying towel at one time. And then lastly, to 26 by 59. That is just an absolute behemoth of a towel, but many people like that as well. Now, the reason why I pulled out the little one is because not only are we using this in our glass towel segment, but I just really like the way that this towel feels in my hand. I use this for spot drying often, and I also use this for door jamb drying. So I have a 16 by 16 or even the 16 by 24. I'll fold it into 4ths or 8ths or whatever it may be, and I'll use that for my door jambs. I feel like it feels really, really good, and it's just not as grabby as some of the higher piled towels. Now, I'll leave you with one last unique thing about the Dry Me a River, specifically with the weave and also the weave of the big one. When it comes to waffle weaves, these towels are pretty much indestructible. So if you're looking for the most durable towel, like the most durable drying towel, this is what I'd probably tell you. You cannot kill these towels. These towels are just able to withstand so much. The weave is so tight. It's just an overall, just a great towel that's gonna last you years and years and years. I have some of these at my house that are going on like 5, 6, 7 years old, and I can't throw them away because they still work, but it's just, you can't kill the dang thing. So anyways, that's the Dry Me River. Amazing waffle weave, 70-30 blend. Great for door jams, great for drying, great for windows, and a little bit of everything in between. And we'll cover this again in the window segment. So I think that wraps up drying towels. And if you have any questions about drying towels specifically, you can drop them in the comments below. And while you're down there, you're gonna pass this little red button that says subscribe. You should hit that. The subscribing to us would be great. We would love you forever if you did that. And you could also hit this little thumbs up, because that's going to also help the video in the algorithm get this out to more people who need to learn more about premium microfiber towels. So next up here, I think we're moving on to general purpose towels. Let's do it. What do I mean by general purpose? I mean, these towels really, for the most part, can be used for anything and everything, whether it's exterior detailing, interior detailing, around the house, around the shop, whatever it may be. These towels are gonna kind of fit the bill for just a good premium microfiber towel that does it all. We're gonna begin with the Edgeless 300. Now this is going to be a 70-30 towel at 300 GSM, hence the name 300. Now this is also going to have an edgeless design. Again, the name, Edgeless 300. We really kept it simple here at the Rag Company, and we kind of like it like that. Now this towel is going to have a couple different color options, but most people like this towel for interior detailing. We have a few people out there that like this for polish and compound removal because it is lighter in the hand, but it just doesn't have some of that density that people look for when it comes to other types of compound and polish removal towels that we'll get to here in just a little bit. But just an overall fantastic towel, really safe, really soft on everything. And I think if I were to give it purpose, I would say something along the lines of an interior, maybe even leather cleaning, leather restoration, and things like that. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so next up, and a newer towel in our all-purpose category, or our general purpose category, is the Rip and Rags. So we have the Rip and Rag Original and the Rip and Rag XL. So the original here is going to come in at 12 by 12, a little under 200 GSM, and this is going to be a 70-30 blend. This is going to be one of the towels that we have on the rolls that you just simply rip off. And people ask, well, Anthony, what do you do after you rip the towel off the roll? How do you reattach the towel onto the roll? The answer is you don't. You just rip the towel off and you store it away, or you can actually take the Rip and Rag box, and after you're done using the entire roll, you can throw them all back in and just simply use it as a tissue box. But this right here is going to be the Rip and Rag Original, 12 by 12, 70-30 blend. This is just great for so many things around the shop. If you haven't used the Rip and Rag, you have to. It's like one of the best all-around towels for just about anything and everything. I use it for cleaning my tools. I use it for oil changes. I use it for so many other things, and some people like it for interior detailing as well. It's not going to cover a lot of area, but it's going to do something, and so it's better than a paper towel. Now next up is going to be the prized possession here, the 16 by 16 Ultra Rip and Rag XL. Now this is going to come in two different colors. You're going to have ultra blue and you're also going to have ultra white. Now this is going to come in under 300 GSM, around 280 GSM at a pearl weave. So this is going to be different than the original Rip and Rag. This is a terry style weave. This is going to be a pearl weave. Now another general purpose towel that can be used for literally anything and everything, but we're finding that a lot of people really like these for coatings and coating removal and things like that. But for everything else, it's just a great all-around general purpose towel, and I cannot stress that enough. If it's in the house, you have countertops, you have stainless steel, you have whatever it may be, this towel is going to do a fantastic job just all the way around. So again, 16 by 16, under 300 GSM. It's basically less than $1 a towel when you buy it in the box for the Rip and Rag XL, and it's just an insane value. So moving on. So I just pulled these towels out of the mines themselves. I went deep, deep, and deep into those mines, and I dug down until I found these premium microfiber towels. I'm kidding. These are called the Edgeless Miners. These are a 365 GSM edgeless towel with a terry style weave coming in at a 70-30 blend. We have the 16 by 16 size, then we also have the 8 by 8 size. Now, what are these towels for and why are they different? Well, there's no coal in them, there's no diamonds in them or anything like that. truthfully, these are our Edgeless 365 towels, but in a darker colorway. And we found out that this color is almost perfect when it comes to metal polishing, as the color kind of just tends to blend into things. And even if you wash it and the color doesn't come out fully, then it's going to still look pretty decent when you put it back on the shelf. And so 70-30 blend, all around great for metal polishing. We use it all the time. So whether it's exhaust tips or you have polished wheels or anything like that, these are awesome for that. And then the smaller size is just great for the nooks and crannies. So whenever I'm polishing maybe an exhaust or anything metal, I like to take this and I like to really wrap my finger in there and be able to get behind certain crevices and things like that without having a bunch of buildup from a bulky towel. So this is the Edgeless Minor, 16x16 and 8x8. Next up. So next up in our general purpose category, we have the all-purpose terry. Now this is truly, and I mean truly, an all-purpose microfiber towel. This is going to come in at 300 GSM at an 80-20 blend with an overlock stitch edge. It's going to have the full rainbow spectrum of colors, so you have a lot of different color options, and you also have some different size options as well. A 12x12, a 14x14, and a 16x16. Now this towel is just, it's a workhorse towel. It does exactly what it's intended to do. It's all purpose. It can be used in the house, in the shop, in the garage, for car detailing, and still being at an 80-20 blend, it is still deemed paint safe. However, a lot of people really like this towel for interiors. Now, what I really like about it is that I kind of like the Dry Me a River weave. This towel, pretty much indestructible. I have never seen an all-purpose towel fail. These are just extremely sturdy, extremely well constructed. And one cool thing to note about this towel and the construction of it is that it is a single zip stitch, meaning that it only has one failure point right here in terms of the actual stitch, meaning it's not on all four corners. We actually round all other three corners and bring it together to one single stitch there. So this is the all-purpose terry, a pretty much indestructible towel. Let's move on. Next up in our general purpose category, I'm going to include our car wash towel. This is one of our best selling towels across the country. This right here is a 16x27 coming in a little over 300 GSM, so roughly 320 GSM with, again, an overlock stitch edge, and it's going to come in an 80-20 blend with, again, a whole plethora of colors very similar to the all-purpose terry. Now the car wash towel, what makes this different is that it's going to be slightly higher in GSM and it's going to be larger in size. Technically, this towel can pretty much do everything that the all-purpose terry does. It's just bigger and just a little bit better for exterior detailing. So in a lot of different car washes across the country, a lot of people will pick these up and use these as just a spot drying towel. I also like it because you can fold this up multiple times to reduce pressure points when it comes to rubbing this onto paintwork, and it's going to be very, very safe. This is, again, another one of those towels that's so durable you really can't kill a car wash towel. I have several of these in my house going years and years and years old, and yeah, multiple colors, very durable, very soft feel, and it's going to be deemed paint safe in Anthony's opinion. So let's move on. So lastly, in our general purpose category, I'm going to include the standard waffle weave. Now this is going to come in around 390-ish GSM, 16x16 in size, also with a 16x24 in two different colors. We have yellow and we have light blue. Now this is going to be a standard waffle weave. It's going to be a tighter knit waffle weave, and again, kind of goes with the other towels in terms of being almost indestructible. This towel is another towel that you just can't kill this thing. It's just going to keep going and going. Now what makes this different is that not only is this going to be a great window towel or a great mirror towel or a great towel for just around the house removing streaks, it's also going to be great for just general detailing. So I have a lot of people that like the scrubbability that a waffle weave has in comparison to like that of a terry weave. And so it's just going to have a little bit more bite to it. So I know a lot of people actually like to use these for interiors specifically when it comes to leather and plastics, as they get a really good scrub from it. It's not my favorite compound removal towel. It's not my favorite polished towel or anything like that, but you can also use this with like a quick detailer or like a really nice slick spray on the exterior of your paintwork, and it's going to feel quite nice as well. So an 80-20 blend coming in under 400 GSM at a 16x16 in size. This is just a very, very affordable waffle weave option that I think many of you will enjoy. So I think it's time to move on to something more specific. So first up, we have our premium glass towel. Now this is going to be a 70-30 blend coming in at 350 GSM with a very tight herringbone weave and an overlock stitch edge. It's going to come in at a 16x16 and a 16x24 in size. This is a great towel for people who just hate cleaning glass. They can't get streak-free glass. They don't like dealing with glass at all. This is a great final wipe option. So what I'll typically do is use a glass cleaner with something like an all-purpose terry towel, go through, knock down a lot of that grime, and I'll get my streak-free finish with something like the premium glass towel here. And so one quick tip is I recommend washing and drying this towel separate from your other Ultra Plush and terry weave style towels. And the reason for that is because this weave is so tight, if there is any residual lint from the other towels, it's going to get captured into this towel. It's gonna have a really hard time releasing that. And so if you ever have linting issues, which is not a property of this towel, it's most likely coming from the other towels. So premium glass towel, let's move on. Now, the standard waffle weave. I'm not gonna hit you with the pitch again. This again is just a great all-around waffle weave. It's great at cleaning glass as well. I talked about interiors. What I'd recommend is if you were to pick one up, you would have maybe the yellow for your interior, maybe some scrubbing, and you would have the blue being for your glass. So just wanted to include that because I said I would. Dang it, I forgot about this as well. Dry Me River 16 by 16, 70-30 blend. Also an amazing glass towel. This is actually one of my first favorite glass towels that we had because back in the day we had a standard green glass towel. Wasn't my favorite. I preferred the premium glass towel, but then I started using this and I just fell in love with it for glass. Also amazing, just an honorable mention in our glass category. Next up here we have the diamond weave glass towel, which if you're a customer of TRC, chances are you probably have one of these in your cabinets. This is gonna come in at 280 GSM and a couple different color options, black and light blue, coming in at 16 by 16 and a 16 by 24. Now this towel is also going to be great for people who hate glass. The diamond weave does a really good job at cutting through a lot of that gunk, but also leaving behind a streak-free finish. So what I find is that some people will do like a 2-towel combo. They'll have one of these, which is kind of damp and wet-ish, and they'll have one which is dry. They'll go through with their damp, wet towel, clean up the glass first, and then come through with a dry one and have a lot of luck. This is gonna have an overlock stitch edge and kind of goes back to the other towels as being one of those that's dang near indestructible. Like you pretty much can't kill this thing. In terms of demotion, I'd probably demote this to something maybe around the house or around the kitchen once you're done using this, maybe in your detailing endeavors. So diamond weave, extremely strong, extremely durable, and just fantastic with your favorite glass cleaner. So let's move on. It's the moment you've waited for. You've all been waiting. You've probably been wondering, when's it gonna happen? It's happening now. The premium FTW microfiber towel. A twist loop towel with a 70-30 blend coming in at over 500 GSM, buttersoft suede border. And what was this towel intended for? It was intended for glass, hence the name FTW, for the window. However, everybody loves this towel for everything pretty much other than glass. They still like it for glass, but they love it even more so on paintwork. So this towel started out as a glass towel. We had a couple different color options. We have blue, orange, and pink. Pink was the latter color that came eventually, but this towel right here, I remember the first time that we had used it. We had our very first sample that we put into production, and we got it, and we used it on glass, and we go, wow, this really can't get any better. This towel really is it. And then we started using it on paint with things like Bead Maker and Dream Maker, and we were like, this towel just got 10 times better. It's amazing. So again, 70-30 blend, Korean, really kind of, I would call it a tight knit twist loop weave. The loops on them aren't super long, but they're not super short either, but it's just enough to have some grabbing power and to be able to pull some of that dirt and grime off of a surface with your favorite cleaner, whether it be a glass cleaner or a waterless wash or whatever it is. It just has some good bite to it. But this towel, there's just nothing like it. If you were to ask everybody here at TRC what's one of your favorite towels, I would guarantee you that almost everybody is gonna say that the FTW is on their list. So for this next category, I'm gonna call it, we're gonna call it the Ultra Plush category. I think that sounds pretty good. And we're gonna go through, I'm gonna talk about these different towels that are so soft and so plush, it just makes you wanna take your face to them and just nestle them ever so slightly, and perhaps maybe even take a nap into them. Does that sound good? Yeah, let's do that. So starting off, our flagship towel, the Eagle Edgeless 500, coming in at 500 GSM, 70-30 blend, 16 by 16 in size, knife cut edge here. This is a flagship towel for a reason. This is one of the towels that put us on the map. Now the Eagle, There's a lot of towels out there that try to replicate this towel, but they can't quite get it right, at least not in my opinion. This towel is going to come in a couple different colors. It's going to come in red, it's going to come in blue, it's going to come in orange, it's going to come in a really cool gold color, and it's also going to come in a nice ice gray. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to Ultra Plush. Look at that. Handprint right there, baby. This towel right here is going to be great for exterior detailing, whether it be your final coating wipe down, whether it's something that you're using with your quick detail spray or a waterless wash. These Ultra Plush towels are amazing because they truly are some of the safest that exist for paintwork, but there is a few downsides. Ultra Plush towels generally will have more linting properties than some of the other tighter weaves, which is a little bit of a downside, but if you're okay with that, then you'll absolutely love this. I also love this on other delicate surfaces. Let it be like interior piano black trim, right? That trim that just scratches by looking at it. This is the towel that you want to use to clean that interior piano black trim because it's not going to scratch or mar the surface at all, especially used with your favorite cleaner. So the Eagle Edgeless, I love this for detail sprays. I love this for other quick detailers. Spray sealants are great with it as well. But overall, just a final wipe down, final touch towel. You can't beat it. So next up we have the Eagle Edgeless 350. The little brother, the little sister to the Eagle Edgeless 500, a 70-30 blend coming in at 16 by 16 in size, but this is going to be 350 GSM. Now this is going to have a lot of the same properties that the Eagle 500 is going to have. It's just going to be less dense. It's going to be lighter in weight. So when it comes to this towel, it's a little bit different than the Eagle in the fact that this can be used with some light polish removal. So nothing too crazy with the compounds, but like light polish and wax removal, this towel actually works pretty dang good with. A lot of people also like it for quick detailing, cleaning door jambs. Now it's kind of a nice towel for wheel cleaning in my opinion, but some people are ballers out there and they just like to do that, so that's fine. But the Eagle 350 is just an overall great Ultra Plush towel with not a lot of density to it. So something you can keep in your glove box, something that's great for like on the fly detailing or like bird dropping removal or like anything like that that can come onto your car at an unexpected time and just best paired with like a quick detailer or like a waterless wash. But the 350, another staple in our lineup. People love this towel. They've been buying it for years. It's also one of our best sellers. Now, there's some people out there that wanted an Eagle that was just a little thicker with 2 C's. And that's going to be the Eagle Edgeless 600. Now this initial towel, when we first thought of it and thought of creating it, we were actually going to call it the Warhawk, believe it or not. That was like the code name for it, but we thought that might be confusing, so we said let's just call it the Eagle 600. So this is going to come in one color only, which is this really cool gunmetal gray, 16 by 16 in size, edgeless knife cut similar to the 350 and the 500 GSM versions. But this towel is going to be extra thick. So I'll show you this really quick here. Bam, fold that into force. There you go, a perfect handprint. This towel, yeah, it's awesome. So I like this towel as a final wipe down towel, but I also like this with a really slick quick detailer or like a detail spray or waterless wash, something that's gonna have some really good slickness to it. And I find that this towel is great for dust removal and things like that. I know there's a few people out there that like this for rinseless washing, but in my opinion, it's just a little bit too dense for that. The 350 I think is a little bit better, but the 600 here is just a very, very plush towel that when people feel this, they go, ooh, ooh, wow. Oh, wow. What do I use this for? Well, then I'm here telling you what you should use this for. So exterior detailing, quick detailing, on the fly waterless washing, or just anything that you want to do some light dust removal or some light cleaning with. This is gonna be a towel that has plenty of possibilities. So let's move on. So next up, the Minx Royale, a very unique towel to the Rag Company lineup. Now, if you've been a longtime follower of TRC, back in the day, we had the edgeless Minx. We found that actually adding an edge to this towel added a little bit more structural rigidity to it and also gave it a little bit more weight. So this towel is going to come in at under 400 GSM, but also with a 70-30 blend. Now, what would you use the Minx Royale for? Well, personally, I like this for rinseless washing. I think that this towel feels best when it's wet, it has a really cool kind of sponge factor to it, and it holds quite a bit of liquid. But for everything else, some people use it for quick detailing, some people use it for waterless washing. I don't know anybody that's ever used this on an interior or glass or anything like that, but I really do feel like this towel and a bucket of soap or a bucket of rinseless is going to be the best bet, and just feels absolutely like out of this world. It feels really, really nice. So this is the Minx Royale. I think we have one more. So last in our Ultra Plush category is going to be the Wolf Pack towel. Now this towel pack has been exceptionally popular since we've released this. So the Wolf Pack towel is going to come in 3 different colors. It's going to come in a gray, a light gray, and also a really cool brown color, kind of like a teddy bear brown. This is going to, again, be a 70-30 blend, about 480 GSM, 16 by 16 in size, and it's going to have the same wolf border that the dryer wolf had. Now, people really love this towel in place of like the Eagle 350 or the Eagle 500. And the reason for that is that some people actually prefer an Ultra Plush with a border. And the added border on here adds a little bit more flop and a little bit more weight to the towel, so they can use it for wax removal, compound removal, polish removal, and things such as that. It's kind of crazy how much a difference that a border will make onto a towel in terms of the flop and the overall density and how good it feels in the hand. So some people prefer an edgeless design, some people prefer it with an edge, different strokes for different folks. But this is essentially going to be a smaller version than our Daddy Dryer Wolf towel. And I absolutely love these. I use these all the time, and these just feel absolutely amazing. Next up. So for this next category, I'm gonna call this Polish, Compound, and Coating Towels. PCC. Does that sound good? Yeah, let's roll with that. Now this towel segment is going to be primarily towels that you're going to be using when it comes to more hardcore detailing, whether it's polish removal, compound removal, leveling, a coating, things like that. These are towels that can also be used on an interior as well. Again, it's a towel at the end of the day, but I'm trying to give a little bit more specific advice on where these towels like best shine and where they best fit. So we're going to start off first with the Edgeless Pearl. This is going to be a 16 by 16 in size, and it's going to come in 2 different colors. You have orange and light gray. It's going to come in about 320 GSM with an 80-20 blend. This towel is amazing for leveling coatings, and I mean it. I love this towel for coating removal and coating leveling. It's also great with spray sealants, but can also be used for some light compound and polish removal as well. Again, being a pearl weave, it's just got a little bit bite to it, and it feels really, really nice in the hand, and it doesn't really roll over in your palm of your hand when you're removing something that's a little bit stiffer to remove. And so a fantastic overall towel, especially for people that like an edgeless version. But now let's move on to the edged version. So the edged pearl, or we'll call this the original pearl. So this is going to come in 1 color, which is green only, in a 16 by 16 at 320 GSM. This is also going to have a single zip stitch in the corner. So that single stitch here, which is only going to have 1 failure point, as everything else is rounded out. Now this is the best selling workhorse towels that we have for shops doing coatings. So there's a lot of shops out there that are using all sorts of different coatings, but they're buying these in case quantities because not only are they extremely affordable, but they can kind of use them and demote them as needed. So whether they use them one time with leveling a coating, they can then be demoted or like tagged or clipped or marked with a Sharpie and moved to other jobs around the shop. So I'll call this just a workhorse shop towel for people that love to use coatings. But I think the reason why this feels so good is because, again, adding that edge to it adds a little bit more flop, a little bit more density, and it really keeps it from rolling around in the palm of your hand. Home stretch, baby. We've almost made it. One of my favorite towels of all time, and I mean this, the Edgeless 365. 365 GSM, 70-30 blend, edgeless design, comes in a couple different colors, gold, blue, the gray that you saw in the minor. If I can only choose one towel in my entire lineup for pretty much anything and everything other than drying, this is probably gonna be it, if I'm honest with you. It's extremely durable. You can't kill this towel. It's one of those towels that just will not die. But the main reason why I like it is because when it comes to compound and polish removal, this towel just has the bite, the feel, the density, you name it, for just almost perfect results every single time. My next favorite's coming up here pretty soon, but the 365, also amazing for interiors. I love this for leather cleaning. I love this for upholstery. Love this for plastics. Being a 70-30 blend, it's gonna be safe on literally everything, even including piano black plastic if you're delicate with it. But yeah, I can't recommend this towel enough, and I recommend this towel often, but it's just amazing for exterior, interior, and a little bit of everything in between. So compound and polish removal, get it. Wax removal, get it. Sealant removal, get it. There's nothing that this towel can't do, and it's good for 365 days of the year. We're almost there. The Creature Edgeless, 420 GSM, edgeless design, 16 by 16 in size, multiple color options, black, blue, lime green, and ice gray. This towel is another workhorse towel that I have to have in my lineup at home. Whether it's more compound and polish removal, whether it's light wax removal, whether it's door jambs, wheels, interiors, this towel really does it all. And the reason why I like this towel is because it's a dual pile towel, meaning one side is gonna have a longer terry weave, the other side is gonna have a very, very short terry weave, meaning I'm gonna have more scrubbing power out of the shorter side, but I'm also gonna have that plush safety net on the other side. So we don't have a lot of dual pile weave options here at TRC, at least not anymore, but this has been one that we just can't get rid of because we love it so much. And so the Creature Edgeless, great for interiors, great for exterior. Really, it's all gonna be about color coding, right? And so some people actually have all 4 versions of the Creature as their primary shop towels or as their primary detailing towels, but they have different colors for different purposes. And that's another thing I can't recommend enough, is to try to give purpose to whatever towel you choose, whether it be color or the way you use it or how you use it or what day of the week you use it. But that's gonna be the best way to get the most bang for your buck and the most use out of your microfiber towel options. So the Spectrum 420 is gonna be everything that you love about the Creature Edgeless, but with a buttersoft suede edge. So going back to the whole thing about adding an edge to a towel, it does change the way it feels. It makes it have a little bit more flop to it, a little bit more density. It's hard to describe unless you put it in your hand and feel it, but the edge on the Spectrum is amazing. I love the way that this towel feels with an edge. And so again, dual pile, 70-30, longer side on one side, shorter pile on the other side that's gonna have more scrubbing power. Really, I would say between the 2 options, between the Creature Edgeless and the Spectrum, just pick whether or not you want an edge. If you want an edge, go everything Spectrum. If you want an edgeless, go everything Creature. You won't go wrong, and you'll be very happy with that. So that is what I would call a wrap, people. So microfiber towels. It's not a complicated subject, but there are people out there that want a little bit more direction and want to know kind of why we made certain towels, or why there's certain color options, or why there's an edge on this one but not an edge on this one, and maybe why this towel is an 80-20 blend and this towel has a 70-30 blend. There's always purpose that we have behind all the towels that we create, and we love them all equally, but really it's going to be up to you and how you use them in your lineup and in your detailing ventures or in your home ventures or whatever it may be. So microfiber towels, we love them here. We hope that you love them too. And as always, if you learned something from this video and you felt like this was helpful and you made it through however long this video is, please, please, please make sure to give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at The Rag Company.